Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but today I have a different video today. I want to, in a couple days, I know National Coming Out Day is coming up, so I want to post this on that day. And so I wanted to share my story, of me coming out. I have told my family 2 years ago when I came out, and but it's been a very long journey, and I just want to talk about my experience, and I hope and I feel that my story will be helpful for someone out there who is dealing with a lot of different problems and issues around their sexuality, and maybe it's very difficult for them to come out. So I just hope my story can help someone out there. And clearly, I'm a little nervous, but I feel that it's right to tell this story, and I'm ready to tell this story. And I I know right now that not I don't really have too many friends that even, know about my sexuality, and I also don't have family as well that they don't really know either. So, I do feel that uh, the process of coming out, it happens through your lifetime. And, it's not, you may come out once, but you may continue to come out through your whole life. And so I hope my story today uh, is helpful. I think through puberty for me, it was very, it was very hard for me. I felt that, I always felt that liking, that liking girls, that was pretty much the norm, and I knew at a very young age that I was attracted to guys. So a gay man, and I. Really, I can say through high school was definitely the hardest time for me, and middle school. I never really had a girlfriend or anything because I knew that in my head I felt that I didn't want to, if they would find anything out, that they would out me to other people. And also, I didn't, let's say if I dated a girl and she found out that I was gay, I didn't want like that almost like burden or problem to come up. And so I never really dated anything seriously, or just as you're in high school, you just kind of date people and things like that. And yeah, that just really wasn't for me. And when I was in ninth grade, I was going through a lot, not only of just my sexuality, but I also was having a lot of issues in public school. I couldn't do different activities, like I was failing tryouts and things like that. Like I used to play the trombone, and I wanted to be in like the jazz band, and but I auditioned and that didn't really work out. So I also enjoyed tennis, and I've mentioned in my Q&A, I stopped tennis because I just I didn't get that audition, for the team at the time. And yeah, it was just, I just, it wasn't good. So, and was having a lot of issues with my friends at the time. And so I made the switch to go to a private school. You know, I had looked at it a lot with my parents to do that for me. And uh, I'm 25 now, and looking back at that experience of being in a small Christian private school, it was, I'm really thankful because it gave me a lot of the opportunities to do, be in the jazz band. And I did things in theater as well. So I just had a lot more opportunities. It was very hard to make friends and things like that, but it was very good for me. And I'm thankful for my time in high school. At the new school. But, you know, it was very hard for me at that time with my sexuality because I know like with prom and things like that, that was very hard for me. There was a thought in my head, I wish I could have taken a boy in a sense, but I knew like that wasn't gonna be the reality. And I remember there was another student, and he had kind of come out. I don't remember. Maybe I think it was that he was gay, and I had we had like a religion, like theology class, and you know, I don't know. He had gotten a lot of mixed feedback from the teacher. I remember, and he had found out at the time, and I just remember like him kind of questioning, why with his sexuality. And so, I heard these different, it was a rumor at the time I heard. And so I think that also made me very afraid to come out. And, I, I feel that when you come out, it's very important that you have a safe space. And, it took time, I think, for me to finally feel like it was a safe space for me at home to at least come out. I have come out to my whole family in 2021, so it's been a couple years. But yeah, thinking about that safe space, I think that I wasn't really sure how accepting my parents would be. Growing up, I also had always gone to church and things like that. We were very about, our faith, with the Christian faith. And I think, that and, uh, you know, that and me feeling me feeling like it was safe to come out, it just wasn't really uh it wasn't really good, and it also just bothered me a lot. Just going back a little bit, I know my timeline's a little crazy, but I I had this like bad experience with um I don't know if I can say that, but I had a bad experience with someone online. It was an older guy, and and this was through like a game, and I was a minor at the time, and I was very naive, but also like almost feeling very curious, but looking back, the situation it was not good. And ultimately, that older man, it was in his fault, but he had me do you know different things for him, sexual things. And I think for me, it took me a long time to feel like it wasn't my fault in the situation, and uh it wasn't my fault to do that. And I remember, I think maybe it was, I don't know how long after it was, but it was some time after. And I told my parents about it, and and I'm like, again, like 16, 17 maybe at this point. I thought that they still had hope, and this situation was just a fluke situation. I was very bold to tell them about this situation at the time. It was very, very hard for me. So, fast forward another few years, and when I was in college, I wouldn't really say like I was, as when I was a freshman, I wasn't out to anyone either. I was very, very always afraid to tell people about my sexuality. And I think at the time when I had this situation happen with this older man while I was playing with games with this situation online. I think it also hurt me, and just with my faith at the time. you know i I just it I had felt like it was such a bad sin for me and things like that. I felt like I couldn't really forgive myself, and I remember I would just be pleading for forgiveness from this situation. And you know, as I got into my freshman year and sophomore year in college, like I kept things kind of low. I think I remember at one point I did find like a couple people that I could trust by like the end of my sophomore year, and I remember saying like, "Oh, I think I'm bi." I wasn't really sure. Yeah, I was always very afraid, and I think that trusting people has also been very hard for me through my life. I haven't really been always trusting of my friends and work people. So yeah, it made it really hard for me. And while I was in college, I had also become pretty depressed. And I remember one of those things that was weighing heavy on me was my uncertainty with my sexuality, and feeling that I didn't have, you know, friends to come out to, and I wasn't ready to come out to my parents and my siblings. I think that was just very hard for me to to do at the time, and it just and that factor also, and I didn't really see like the light of it. I didn't think I'd see the light of day to think when I would be able to come out. um I felt that maybe it was around the time of the pandemic. I think there was part of me that was just, it was one of those things that uh, I wanted to start peeling back the layers of myself a little. And so when it was maybe in 2019, I really did like a year of therapy. But I think the therapy was helpful, but I feel that most of the work I had done was really after the therapy. And I really think that, maybe that I felt like I wasn't making a lot of progress in that year that I was in therapy, but I really felt like the therapy helped me to grow more as a person, and then feel like I could peel back some layers of myself. Yeah, yeah. So I'm I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to get some therapy for myself. And I think it was in 2020, and I was just feeling like I I was just feeling like I didn't want to keep moving on with my life. And you know feeling that I couldn't embrace all the parts of me, you know. I know that I know that me being a gay man is not the only, facet of myself, and that I have other things about me that, make me who I am. And I think that's very important to realize that that's not the only thing. And I just wanted other people to see me that way, and I just wanted my family to see me that way. And so fast forward a little bit in 2021, um and I'll say that, I'm in a happy relationship with this person now, which I'm really glad about, that I have a boyfriend now. But I was kind of, like hanging out with someone. My parents could tell I was going and hanging out with this person a lot. And, I don't know. I just had the courage. It was around my uh, 22nd birthday in 2021, the day before. And I was telling myself, just come out, it's okay to to do it. I felt like I don't I've been distancing myself from a religion because I think that it has uh hurt me a lot, in the past, where it just made things very hard for me. Um, so I think that, and I also feel that, my family, I think they have, I just felt like there's been a change a little bit, especially with my parents. And, um, they have their faith still, but, I think that, with time, it's helped them a little bit to be more open and things like that. So I just felt that it just felt like a good time. I just made sure it was safe for myself to come out at the right time. It was many years. It was really many years. And it was very hard to tell my siblings as well, that the day before I turned 23. It was very hard. I was just so nervous, but once I felt like I was able to tell them, I just and um they were very understanding, and they were very compassionate, and they saw me who I was, and that just made me feel, so much better about myself. And when I told my parents as well that same day, um, it was hard for them a little bit, but I I felt that, just give it time, give things time. I just felt like it was really important for them to, um, uh, you know, learn this about me, because I felt like I was really holding it in for a long time. Um, and it honestly has been pretty good, I will say, through uh, up until now. Um, yeah, I'm just very grateful that the experience of me coming out was pretty easy for my family. I will say that, this video feels a little bit like a coming out, because, I don't really know who's gonna watch this video. I don't, I'm just a small channel. People don't even know I enjoy beauty and cosmetics and reviewing things. So I just feel like my channel is really just a safe space for me, you know, that I can do this. I'm just so grateful for that. You know, I don't think I've ever had an outlet where I've been able to do that. And, you know, I think I'm at a place now that I feel like people, you're not going to please everybody, you know? You're just not. And I think for a long time, I wanted to be that people pleaser. And you know, I wanted to be that person that didn't really almost have like flaws, like almost like was this perfect like son and things like that a little bit. But I just know that I can't do that anymore. I can't. So I and that's what really led me to, you know, coming out in 2021, and for me to feel like I want to make this video because I just feel that it's very I you know, I know my story's been all over the place, but you know, I think that what I have said with my story, I think that um, I can feel that I can help somebody. And I feel that, you know, I feel like my channel in itself is me, you know, showing people and reviewing things and trying to help other people. And, you know, you know, to the family that sees this video, I just hope that you can accept me for who I am. And I know that my relatives and my family, my parents and siblings have always been there for me. And I still hope that as my family, you will still be there for me. And yeah, I feel like that's like the risk of making this video, but I just feel like it's right, and I feel like it's the right time, and I just don't feel like holding like holding parts of myself away. Like I just don't think it's good, and I just don't care anymore at 25. So you know, for whoever's watching this on National Coming Out Day, I know years ago that I was like, oh, I'll make this like Facebook post that and this was during my depression in college, that I would come out and things like that. But I know I wasn't ready. And today I feel ready. And I think that's the biggest difference. So that's the greatest advice I could give, is just be patient, and come out when you're ready. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me, you know, these past few months with my new channel. It's just felt great to open up to you guys a little bit. And I'll be back with my regular content soon. I love you guys so much, and take care. All right, bye.